its tail. Sorry. Yeah. Several decades ago, I was at an industry conference on the near north coast in Queensland, just outside of Brisbane. And Australia's Olympic team motivator, Laurie Lawrence, was at the convention as our guest speaker. When he came off stage, one of the organisers of the convention invited me to meet the great man, Laurie Lawrence. Laurie came over to me in his inimitable Australian style, said, "What do you write about, mate?" And I said, "Mate, I write about home, heroes, humanity and the bush." He said, "Do you?" He said, "How much time you got?" I said, "All the time in the world." He said, "Well, come back to the unit." He said, "We'll do a bit of poetry." He said, "I write poetry." So we traded ballads for about 20 minutes. He'd do one, I'd do one, he'd do one. And he said, "Mate," he said, "I think you're good enough to do the Olympic ballads." He said, "How would you like to have this as a project?" And I said, "Laurie, I could probably factor it into my busy schedule." And he said, "Well, mate, it'll probably be a 10-piece series, various events, but the most important poem that I want from you is the one that will be my last word to the Australian Olympic contingent, normally 450 odd individuals. It'll be the last word of the Olympic coach, me, to the athletes before they go on, the night before the games begin." He said, "Tell them that I love them, but not in as many words." He said, "But tell them what Australia's thinking about them." So I retired to the only air-conditioned space I could afford at the time, which happened to be a McDonald's family restaurant at Goodna, just outside of Brisbane. I had to be at work at 8 o'clock that morning to open my small business. So I had an hour and one half to get this piece together. When I'd finished the piece, I recited it to the two girls at Maggis. One went that way, the other one went that way, and they were both in tears. I thought, I've got something here. So this was the piece that probably ultimately gave my life wings as the Olympic balladeer. And this is the last word. This is the coach. I want you to put on the shoes of the athletes. This is the night before the games begin. It's time to turn good into greatness. It's the biggie, old mates, and we're in it. It's happened. You're here, and you're champions, and there's gold in the wings. You can win it, but you're sitting out there and you're sucking in air, and your heart's in your mouth. I can tell it. Mates, I'm talking to you. This is Laurie, true blue. There's gold in the wings. Can't you smell it? You've done the hard yards. You're the cream of the crop. You're focused, you're fighters, and you'll pump till you drop. Tomorrow you'll churn and the waters will boil as you tear at the air and you rip at the soil. Go out and blitz them, but be in no doubt for Australia to win, mates. Let the animal out. They'll taunt you, they'll haunt you, and they'll spit in your space. Then I'll watch as our flag paints a smile on your face, as the cameras engage you and capture that tear, and your mates all around you, erupt in a cheer. Stand proud, mates, and wear it by those rings and the flames, and cherish your moment of gold at the games. But you're thinking about home, and your thoughts start to roam. You can't really believe that you're here. You're on hallowed ground, and that magical sound, and the world trembles, echoes that cheer, as that rectangled rag of our great Aussie flag rockets above, and you're there. You're the pride of the fleet, and the world's at your feet, and that anthem is shot blasts in the air. Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's speech, let every stage advance Australia fair. But you'd think that I hated you down that long track. And at times, mates, I admit that I did. But I can tell you right here and right now, I'm as proud as a parent can be of a kid. You see, I don't want to tell you I love you. But I'll tell you, right now, I won't fail you. And nor will the crew of that bloody great ship that's just parked out the front called Australia. So go, my golden beauties. Don't put your gold on hold. This is the moment. This is your time. And I love you as much as I would were you mine. Get out there, get at 'em, and rip 'em apart with the blood of your country ablaze in your heart. The medals are yours, mates, to have and to hold. Oh, and Jerry, mate, stuff the silver. We're going for gold.